Well, hello again, SUV lovers. Yeah, so here we are at my temporary setup here, so it's not as good as usual, and I don't have any cars to compare to because I'm in a different country. Anyways, you're gonna have to bear with me for the next 2 months as I do kind of like start over my collection, if I think about it. Today we have a Johnny Lightning, and I saw this guy on Champion TJK's channel. You know, if you want to know about all the U.S. brands, Johnny Lightning, Auto World, Greenlight, and then many others, TLVs and all that stuff. Champion DJK is the man. Anyways, so I've always liked the International Scout. It's a real shame that this company as a car brand went out of business. International is still around, but they make like military vehicles and really big semi trucks. Okay, so Johnny Lightning here. This packaging looks almost the same as like Auto World, right? Limited to 12,000 in this color, I'm assuming. The facts here: Midas, fan conversions. Hold on, is that focused? That's as good as I can get it. Midas fan conversions in Elkhart, Elkhart, Indiana. Customized Scouts, shag carpeting, dual sunroofs, swivel bucket seats, tinted glass, a whole bunch of other stuff. And only around 300 of these Midas editions were built, making them quite rare. This color is emerald green poly. I do like that Auto World and Johnny Lightning show pictures of the other cars in the collection. That's one thing that Greenlight really fails to do. You know, looking at these images, I'm thinking I want to get some other ones, right? Okay, anyway, sorry for the camera moving. My microphone cable is in the way. I'm still figuring out this whole setup here. All right, let's get this open. So, the Scout 2 was produced between 1971 to 1980, or at least the model years, maybe. I'm just going off Wikipedia, guys, so I might be wrong. The wheelbase now is 2540 millimeters. I wrote that in my notes secondly because Johnny Lightnings aren't always 164. So we got to do a check-see here. So I'm going to put these giant calipers. Look at this thing. This thing measures like a foot, even longer. And for some reason, zeroes out at 58 millimeters. All right. So I got to take the wheelbase, center to center. See those little pins there at the axles? I'm going to try to measure those. Because if the axles are bent, that's going to throw things off. But it's designed to be right at these 2 points, I'm thinking. All right, 39.86. I don't even have my calculator here. So divided by 39.86. It's 164 scale, right? I might have been slightly off in my measurements. So this is one of those nice cases where a JL is actually accurate in scale, or close enough for me at least. So cool. All right, now let's look at these photos. I guess these were available in rear-wheel drive, but not many people ordered them that way. Almost all Scouts were four-wheel drive. And I guess this thing had a 5.6 liter, 345 cubic inch V8. And that's, I'm assuming, in this model year, 79 model that is. And the internet, I think, told me it's around 150 horsepower. That doesn't seem right. 5.6 liters, 150 horsepower? I don't know. Hopefully there's an international expert that can chime in. So you notice the graphics on this one are totally different. I pulled this image up because it has the same types of wheels, whereas the first one, it's got some other wheels going on, although it has the same graphic. And then this is an old brochure or some sort of advertisement. You'll see they have a couple different graphics, you know, these straight lines, this hockey sticks thing, and then, you know, back to that weird lightning bolt or something. All right. Let's get the, I think it's Oral-B that makes this thing. So first, this green is really nice. It's really metallic, white, almost like hot rod kind of speckling. Maybe the speckling is too large, actually. And maybe these LED lights are too bright. I gotta move the light back. Hold on. And actually, I gotta pull up the lights on the other side. So hopefully this will be better. All right. Maybe it's still too bright. Oh well. Just focus on this rear wheel. Well, I don't. There we go. All right, so it's kind of gold. It's kind of neat. There's some black lug nut and center cap details, and there's a black wash in between the spokes. So I'm pretty sure these are solid wheels, but the black wash really helps them look nicer. Actually, I think these might be hubcaps on the real thing. Looking at a real photograph, there's no air passing between these spokes. So I think this is a hubcap on the real thing. But you look at the tire, nice printing, BF Goodrich, and it's pretty concentric. Look at the text there isn't like really far off. It's pretty well printed, I think. Okay, this tire maybe is a little gappy. I have to flip that around or adjust it later. Yeah, I think, well, you know what? I thought all Johnny Lightnings rolled, but I don't have many, so something was just stuck, I think. You can see the tires moving, but it's not like a Hot Wheels. There's some sort of drag going on inside that body. Yeah, something's keeping this rear. Maybe it's literally hitting the casting right there. Or the axle's bent or something. Alright, well, we're at it. Let's try to focus on the bottom here. That text is so small. I don't know if I can read it. Let me zoom in. I can't read it with my own eyes. And frankly, that text doesn't help me know what this car is. It's kind of stupid. Why wouldn't they print International Scout 2 or something? It is nice to know that this is from around 2008 as far as copyright goes. Who made it? But yeah, weird, There's another brand that doesn't care to actually educate people. And I do feel, these tires are much too wide for this vehicle. Maybe if they're removed to that much, it might be a little more accurate, but yeah, it's a minor detail. Not too bothered by it. I'm not going to look at it, display it upside down. So this funky, faded, pointy graphic, it's cool. It's very retro. I mean, it's pretty accurate to that photograph. It's close. Maybe there's too much yellow in the middle, but it's good enough for me. I like it. And then this must be like the IH logo right here. Yeah, that looks good. The panel gaps seem okay to me. It seems to be something. No, that's just a reflection. Turn signals printed on. Okay, I guess. There's some sort of bump probably for the fuel filler, but this, the graphics covering it up. And then the windows have nice silver paint on them. This whole top piece is a piece of plastic, what I'm touching here. And it's, you can kind of see that the green here is much darker than the green here because there's light getting up through there. So this up close is kind of hard, but this far away, let's hit the focus again. Nah, it's still a different green, isn't it? So that's unfortunate. Not enough paint. Oh well. It's not a super expensive model, so let's see, the front end. I got the hood. Well, first let's look at those panel gaps I don't like. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely noticeable. That's quite dark and not even straight. It's gouged out. This side's quite nice though. That's a really tight gap there. That's nothing to complain about. But you're always gonna have a big gap here because the hood has to actually clear the thickness of the metal. And maybe this hood doesn't open. Hold on here. Get this camera closer to me. I have a giant wooden board in front of me, so this glossy computer screen doesn't reflect me. And it's summertime. I'm actually not even wearing a t-shirt right now. I don't know if this thing's not supposed to open or it's jammed up, but it's not opening for me. Might want to check Champion DJK's channel. I think it's supposed to open because that gap's much higher, but something's preventing it on this one. Okay, nice graphics again, well printed. The windshield wipers are just casted in the metal and painted silver. I guess, well, good enough, I guess. Not really a big fan of the stark white headlights, but at least they're round. And then the grille itself has nice silver paint going all over, so that's nice. The black inside there is nice as well. Turn signals look great. Black in these vents looks good. We have a, I don't know if that's a separate bumper. I think it is. Or the bumper's part of the base, and yet there's air passing between here. So there's two struts holding that. So that's pretty cool. Well done. Alright, here we have the dual sunroofs, although I do feel those are not centered. See, that's the center of the car. These were printed way to the right, sadly. So, too bad. So, this little separate plastic rail system. I guess it's just, yeah. Alright. Silver paint around this trim. And then, what's this? Is that a handle or? I don't know what this is supposed to be. This probably a handle to lift up this little opening here. The lock thing. This license plate's quite nice. Everything's pretty legible. So that's a great thing that they wrote Elkhart, right? Well, it's Michigan. I thought it was Indiana. Well, anyways. This is legible. Scout 2 International. And then taillights. Well, this one's not printed so well, but that one's printed very nice. And then this funky graphic again is printed very well. The rear bumper's good too. You know, there's a little roughness from the casting where it's pulled off the sprue, but I like that it's floating, you know. There's air here, even though it's part of the metal base. And I don't know if there's an exhaust or not. No. Well, I guess maybe that's it. I don't know. Alright. Okay, so while we're magnified in here, the interior is great because we don't have a side window to block it, right? You can actually just see right into the nice tan interior. It's great that they chose a lighter color. Steering wheel looks alright, you know, air passing between the shifter or whatever that column thing is on the, is that on the floor or the dash? I think that's going to the floor, right? This thing. Yeah. Oh, there's another one. What's going on here? Maybe there's a transfer case thing. Yeah, so maybe it's a high-low shifter and a regular shifter. A little rest there. Some contouring to the seats. And rear has a little bit of sculpting as well. The rear storage area. Yeah, you got some ribbing there on the floor. So I think that's a pretty good interior, nothing to complain about. You're not going to get any sort of printing on the dashboard or anything like that for Johnny Lightning prices, and I'm fine with that. Yeah, this thing just doesn't want to roll for all you rolling fans. Okay. Yeah, it's too bad. Alright, well, sadly I don't really have any other trucks to compare it to. So it's just gonna have to spin on its own. And also, it seems like these lights, even though they're too bright on the vehicle, they're not bright enough to actually catch the solar thing. So I got a flashlight here. I missed my photo booth. Okay, well, in summary, I think this is a pretty cool model, especially for the price. The only gripes, really, you know, first one would be the tires seem a little bit wide. I'm going to assume those are just like standard Johnny Lightning tires that go across many other models. And then naturally the hood gap kind of annoys me. But that's, I think, pretty much all Johnny Lightning. No, not all Johnny Lightnings actually have opening hoods, but this one definitely does. Okay, guys, well, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.